all hamburger juice. It's your boy, Smoke Screeners Pride.
Alright fam, we're going to talk about my top 10 figures I have for 2024, even though this is actually the 1st of January. I'm just now getting to it. And I'm going to start off with Simon Bass Green Lantern, but this particular Simon Bass is the platinum version, but he has the symbol of Power Ring, who's part of the Syndicate. So I got to do a little bit more investigation, but the reason why I really dig this figure, fam, is because the constructs that it come with, or the accessories, for those who don't know. Of course, you have the battery right here, the charger's ring. Right here, you have a drill construct, you have a fist construct right here, you have a hammer construct, and you have two faces right here, fam. But first thing we're gonna do is gonna hit you with a little slow motion. And right here, fam, you can see how he looks going around, fam. You got the construct of the fist, you got the construct of the hammer. You see the you see the battery, and you see the drill construct, fam. Let's get back around. The fact that these constructs, they finally making them the way I feel they should be made, where they can come off their fist of the ring. It looks good. This is a nice drill, and they're not hard to put on. The fist is another one. I really like how the fist is. It's real nice. Now, the hammer didn't really make sense to me how they did it. It's like a regular hammer, but it should have been something in a way to slide this on as well. So that's a I don't know. I don't like it, but it's not that big a deal. Of course, I like how they make the battery now. The battery now is even bigger than it was before for Sinestro. And other previous not Green Lanterns, but other lanterns, it's fine. And then the fact that he has the different faces, they're getting smart now. Instead of making heads, they're just making faces, and you can swap and pop. Trying to get this on camera. There you go. Swap and pop the faces. Comes with 3, so it really looks good to me. So this is why he comes at number 10. Oh, before I go any further, another reason he's coming at 10 is because the paint is already starting to mess up on his arms where it should be green, and that's a big no-no for me. I don't like that at all. Why it's doing that is they messed up on the paint right there. Again, number 10, but the figure is still great. And number 9, we had the BBTS 25th anniversary of Mom-Ra. Yeah, I living. Alright, fam, we've seen this figure before. We've seen the blue version. There's a whole bunch of Mum-Ras coming off of this, but this figure made it because of the fact that the black and the red pop so well, and it's a great figure. It's a throwback to the original Mum-Ra with the weapons. It just looks great. The silver snakes in the center. This figure is just great all the way. A nice Mum-Ra to have, to use for some different variants, and to impose a will on the Thundercats, baby. So yeah, Mum-Ra, the ever-living BBTS 25th anniversary. You gotta love it, fam. Yeah, number 9. Alright, fam, this figure right here caught me off guard. It was one of the ones that didn't really have any not gonna say love, but any attachments to, fam, with the Iron Grenadiers, Destro's crew. But I had to say, fam, he looked okay. When I got the figure in hand, I was more impressed, and I was like, yeah, this is a nice fig. I just like, you know what I'm saying, the way he looked, the way the arms are, the colors, how they pop, the black and the gold and the red. He has the sword that's kind of reminiscent of the Crimson Vipers. You know, I dig the Crimson Vipers. And the helmet was a nice touch, along with how his mask is situated. It almost looks kind of like like Vader. But Yeah, fam, I gotta say this guy looked pretty good. I like how the coat looked. It kind of gives a feel of how the Red Skull looked in that first Captain America movie. I'm just digging this, fam. It's a nice fig. Looking at this guy, man, I hit you with the slow motion going around again. We're not gonna go through all the movements and everything like that because you know how Classified does it, fam. Ending it with number 8, fam. Bam, number 7, fam. Letting you see the Horde Trooper. This guy is a beast, fam. Very big, has great posability for his size, and you can even extend his legs to make him even taller, as if he needs to be. The sword he has is very massive. He has a spear on his back that can collapse and that can open, fam, for you to throw as a dagger. Has a backpack, so to speak, attachment you can slap on there that doesn't hinder anything as well. This is just a great figure, fam. Very imposing figure for the Horde. Something that when this guy and others show up, you gotta look out. The only issue I have with this guy is that you were only allowed to get 3, and I wanted to have at least 6 of these guys, at least, fam. But yeah, the Horde Trooper, fam, getting closer and closer to number 1. Number 6, we have Coco, aka Cobra Commander, and we have the shiny plated face of Cobra Commander. We had the one that came with the hiss, but it wasn't exactly like we wanted. This Cobra Commander right here is the one exactly from the Sunbow cartoon, and he looks great. Not much difference from the one that came with the hiss, but slight differences with the gloves. Of course, the faceplate. Of course, he has the white streak on the helmet, and then the adjustment of colors on his the white attachment going above his belt. And I think that was and the coloring of the buckle on his belt, fam, which makes this guy a must-have. And yeah, fam, he was just a great fig for me to acquire. Just missing out on the top 5 again. Let's give it up for Coco, baby. Before I hit you with the top 5, fam, I'm gonna give you a couple of honorable mentions. X-Men 97 Jean Grey, the fact that they finally gave her arms to where that she could bend them in correctly to make her look like she's really using the power of her mind. And that was a big deal for me. All the Jean Greys I had before, they couldn't do it. Even that love triangle thing was off. But again, love the Jean Grey. Missing out as well. Honorable mention. Fisto. Now this Fisto was what we all want, a Fisto with better posability, but looking like the classic Fisto, and this was very close. Now the sword and gear that you see are not from this Fisto, is from the classic Fisto, so I did a couple of tweaks, but the way they made his whole arm armored up, and the way that you could take his hammer and take the pieces off and put them in place of his fist to give him some extra firepower, the way they just designed this guy all in all was great. I just did a couple of little tweaks to him, but nothing that really had to be done. It was just a preference to me. Again, Fisto just missing it out as well. A great fig, fam. If not for the fact that they botched her elbows, this Evelyn would have been the best Evelyn for me that they've done to date, and would have made it in my top 10, and there would have been some switching around. But because they didn't do that, it messed this figure up for me. This really just gave me a so she missed out. Evelyn, baby, man, she should have made it. Last honorable mention is Red Hood and his bike. Now they didn't come together. This Red Hood is actually a BBTS exclusive, and the reason why he didn't make it, fam, without even the bike, is due to the fact that they didn't give him guns, and the holsters that they had wasn't made correctly so that you could put any kind of gun on there, so I had to do tweaking. But the bike is tight. Nothing wrong with the bike. I really like it. I like how he looks in the on the bike. So again, honorable mention, Red Hood and his bike, and they are the last of the honorable mentions, making it to the top 5. At number 5, we have Optimus Prime, the leader of the Autobots, the Studio Series, fam. The Studio Series, fam. This one right here, fam, is the one that is it just sets the standard, fam. There have been others that this one has been taken inspiration from, but this is the one that we have for the main line that works, and I think this figure is awesome, looks great, is what Prime is supposed to look like. Backpacks, not that much. The accessories that it came with was nice, and again, fam, this is a nice, great, well, this is the best Optimus Prime out. Number 5. Number 4, 2 in 1. We have Prince Adam, we have Cringer for the Origins, and if you're in Mode 2 or like Mode 2, you know, we've been waiting for a Cringer that has posability, and they did not disappoint with this Cringer because the older one was costing extremely too much on the aftermarket, and this one came with extra heads and definitely had a lot of posability. And this Adam, I wish they had made him for the Masterverse line, but again, this guy is nice. Looks great. He's able to look at the sword, hold the sword up with the tilt. Man, great looking figures, both Adam and Cringer, baby. This is what I expect in an older figure. Big, powerful. He comes with multiple heads. He comes with a sword along with his staff. He also comes with the 2 crows, which was a nice touch. They didn't have to do that. They have one that's sitting, and they have one that's has the flying motion. His cape is flowing, so he can sit on. A lot of detail in this figure. Very, very imposing figure, as he should look. And the crows are not the same figure, because one of the crows on the back has like a purplish, bluish looking color, and the other crow does not have one, showing that they are not the same crow. Again, number 3, Odin, baby. Alright, fam, we're at the top 2, and this was hard rolling through my figures for 2024. But bringing out number 2 is, drum roll please, bam, Chun-Li from Street Fighter. And this line right here, fam, has been killing it. The Street Fighter line is killing it. The effects that they give, the posability that they give, the detail that they give on these figures is not as intricate as maybe a G.I. Joe Classified, but is good the way it's supposed to be, and the figures are great, accessories are great, and one of the best things, fam, it's affordable and able for you to get your hands on these figures, fam. Again, out of all of them, it was hard to choose from, but to me, out of the group, Chun-Li was the best, and there were a couple of others, but I dig Chun-Li more than the rest of the group, fam. And my number 1 is the Deluxe Lino, and I know this figure is full of controversy, but there are a lot of things that some people just don't seem to understand with this fig. But a lot more people, once they get the fig out and once they heat them up like we have to do with a whole lot of other figures, they see how great this figure is with its posability. Now, people talk about the lackluster accessories that he has. He only comes with the sword extended, and he comes with the claw shield that's on that's down there next to the sword that's extended. They say, man, you can't even plug anything on the side and this and that. And now, granted, the extra claw shields, the one that's extended, it comes with the mirror lino. I was able to make it work. The claw shield that's on the side comes from the regular lino, and I was able to make it work, along with the short sword of Roman, Eye of Thunder. The thing is about this figure right here, fam, is that it's packaged in the way of the LJN. The box packaging is the same. The LJN figure just came with the Lino figure, the Sword of Omens and the Claw Shield, and that's what you got with that. With the Light Up Eyes one, you get a whole lot more accessories. Now, again, I don't know whether that other Claw Shield that comes with that one is going to have the piece to clip it onto his side or not. If it doesn't, it doesn't matter, because all I had to do was heat up the old one. Another thing, this figure is a step in the right direction for what I'm looking for in regards to posability. The posability is better than the standard Ultimates figures, but again, if you want the Ultimates and you want all the extra stuff, that's what you gotta get. If you already have the Ultimates and you like the Deluxe, then guess what? You have extra accessories that you can use with the Ultimates. With the Deluxes, and I'm hoping that the other Deluxes that they make are either just like this or better. I would really like for them to do the double jointed like they're doing the double jointed for the Ninja Turtles. However, we'll have to see what Super 7 does, but for now, this is a step in the right direction, and this is the end of my top 10 fam, along with the along with my alternate fam that didn't quite make the cut. Tell me what you think, fam. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? What are your top 10? What are the ones was number one? Do you agree with my number one? Do you not agree with my one? Let your boy know. And like a fat kid in dodgeball, I'm out, baby. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thank you so much.